What is up, guys? So today I'm going to be making a video on why I think that CSGO is better than Call of Duty and why I switched from Call of Duty to Counter-Strike. And I'm just going to be going over a few things. There are many reasons why I think the game is better, but I am just going to go over a few. And please keep in mind, I know I'm going to hear something about this, that these are my thoughts. These are not everybody's. Not everybody thinks this way. But I'm going to jump off into the first thing, and it is definitely the community of the game. The thing I've noticed with Call of Duty over the last few years is the maturity level and the age group of the game. When I first started playing Call of Duty, the game was a lot of 17 and up people, like the game is rated for. The game is not rated for, 12-year-olds and 10-year-olds and shit, but the majority of the game today is that way. And that's a big reason why I quit playing it, like I have nothing against, youngins or anything. I was the same age at one point, but I've grown up, so to be honest, I would rather not play with all of them, and, I know I have a few young subscribers, and none of you guys take this the wrong way. You guys, I promise you, 100% will feel this way when you get older. But back to what I'm saying, they are starting to make the game Call of Duty itself more for that age group compared to the older ones. And a good demonstration, I guess you could say, would be, remember World at War? The game used to be bloody as shit. If you got shot with a shotgun, your arm got blown off. And what is it today? There's nothing like that. The game, you just get shot and a few things of blood come out. And ever since they had all the youngins start playing it, all that was taken out. I heard a few times that their parents were complaining about too much gore. Well, then don't let your fucking kid play it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I don't understand. Why are you going to try to ruin a game for everybody else because you don't want your kid doing it that in the first place isn't supposed to be playing the game? So please nobody take that the wrong way. I know somebody will take that the wrong way, but like I'm saying, I do not mean that in any wrong way. But another thing is this game, it seems that the people can handle it a little bit more using a microphone and shit. Call of Duty, it seems you got all these fucking people screaming and shit. Like, it does happen in this game too, I'm not gonna lie, but it's a lot less. This game is definitely a more mature group of people that play it. There are toxic ass people, but you're gonna find that in any game, but that's definitely number one right there is the community. It's definitely an older community, more mature. My number two thing is the competitiveness of the game. I love the competitiveness of any game, but it seems in Call of Duty anymore that there is no competitiveness to it. All it is deathmatch, fucking domination and shit. Yeah, cool, you don't get a rank, you level up, and it doesn't mean anything. You still play with the same players every time. It doesn't matter if you're the best player in the game, you're still going to get queued with people that have, 10 hours played on the game. With Counter-Strike, it works a little bit differently. This is deathmatch that I am playing, but you only play deathmatch really to get better at the game, and then you play competitive to get a better rank and shit. So, if on this game what happens is you go into competitive, you play 10 games until you get a rank, okay? Depending on how good you do those first 10 ranks, or those first 10 games, you're going to get a rank at the end of it. It's usually a pretty shitty rank because you're new to the game. But now, over the days or years or however long you play, your rank will slowly go up as you get better over time. And then one day, you can be Global Elite, which is the best rank in the game. And those are usually, like where the pros play and shit like that. Well, pros don't use matchmaking, but you know what I'm saying. That's where all the highest level of players play. So, in Call of Duty, I see now that they're starting to put a little bit of that into the game, like ranked plays and shit like that, but nobody really gets into them. A lot of people really aren't into it. They just want to play deathmatch, whatever, like, let me hit this trick shot really quick, bro. But, with this game, it's definitely competitive based. Everything that you do, just about anybody asks, oh, what's your rank? You tell them, oh, I'm LE, they're like, oh, alright, this guy's pretty good, you tell them, oh, I'm a fucking silver, this guy's shit. That's just how it goes. Call of Duty, your prestige and shit doesn't matter. I've played with 10 prestige people that are complete ass, okay, but on this game, if you make it to LE or some shit, you're either good or you're hacking or one of the two. But yeah, definitely the competitiveness of the game, that's a big one for me. And I'm gonna say, my number three thing is it's just, I don't know if this is really a reason to make the game better, but the skins. I'm obsessed with skins. I have quite a few. Actually, at this moment in time, I don't have that many. I kind of traded them all up to this knife right here. This is the famous M9 bayonet Doppler. This knife is $320. So think about how much money that is. It's quite a bit of money. And a lot of you guys are probably that play Call of Duty are probably like, why the fuck would you pay that much for a knife? No, I did not buy this knife. I traded up to it. But you will notice when you start playing the game that you get huge into the skins. A lot of people do. Not everybody, but a lot of people do. And I was one of them that got into it. And they kind of took over my beginning part of playing the game. I cared more about what knife the guy next to me had or what knife I had rather than, you know, how, oh, there's a guy coming along or some shit, you know? So it's definitely a fun part of the game. You can put stickers. I have a sticker on this gun, as you can see, the Luminosity Gaming sticker, and I mean, there's just a lot of cool stuff, completely customizable. You can have a $20,000 knife, and no, it does not help you play better. No, it does not do more damage. No, you know, it doesn't help in any way. It just looks cool. It just looks cool. That's all it is. That was definitely a huge thing for me when I first started playing the game. But now the next few things I'm going to go over is just a few like miscellaneous things that, you know, give or take if they make the game better or not. I'm going to say the like pro scene of the game. And what I mean by this is there's constantly tournaments for Counter-Strike going on. I mean, $250,000, you know, shit like that. And I know that they do the same thing for Call of Duty, but it is definitely a bigger scene within Counter-Strike. People get into it. You can bet your skins on pro players and shit like that, and all this crazy nonsense shit that people do. But it's definitely it's cool getting into learning teams. It's just like a sport, you know, baseball, anything like that, you know. You get into a team, you see how they play, you know, you see what teams they do shitty against and all that. And it's definitely a fun part of it, you know, getting into. The next thing I'm going to get into is why I thought that Counter-Strike might be a better thing for my YouTubing and Twitch and all that. Is the Call of Duty seems to be dying. Call of Duty definitely has the YouTube advantage, but they do not have the Twitch advantage. There's always more viewers on Counter-Strike than there is Call of Duty. And I don't know if it's because people think that Call of Duty is shit, and they would rather watch Counter-Strike, or what it is. But I think for me, if I'm gonna try to, you know, do something crazy with streaming, you know, make it big, Counter-Strike would be the game to go. Just because Call of Duty in a few years, I do not see it being around. I do not see it being a game that people are going to play. I see it next year being rated a T game. I just see everything going downhill for it, and yeah. My next thing I'm going to say is that it's a computer game. A lot of you console gamers always say, oh, computers are for, you know, bitches, or whatever you want to say. I don't want to use the GAY word because somebody will say something. But same thing goes for the people that play computer. A lot of them talk shit about the console gamers. My opinion on this is that console is now being made for younger people like Call of Duty, and that is my own opinion. Please, everything in this video is my opinion. But I see it starting to be made for the younger community. With a computer, you can do so much more. You can't have skins and shit like that in Call of Duty because it's not on the computer. It's kind of hard to explain, but that's just how it works out. You can have skins in Call of Duty, but they're all the same price. None of them are collectible. None of them can be thrown around the internet. None of them, shit like that. It's a computer, dude. You could do everything that you could do on a console on a fucking computer, except more. So why not spend the extra money just to get a fucking computer? I've never really understood that. But yeah, that's definitely a big thing. I don't play console anymore. The only thing I use my console for is Netflix, and that is it. I don't touch it for video games whatsoever. But coming to the end of this video, I just please guys just understand that these are my opinions. This is the way I feel. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a review. It's how you feel, okay? So nobody take this the wrong way. Nobody say that I'm, you know, targeting people, anything like that. Just, I hope that all you guys that play Call of Duty give Counter-Strike a chance. I promise you, it is definitely worth it. And if you guys are trying to buy it, if you guys see on the side of my screen, I got the G2A.com. What this is you can buy games at a cheaper price, and what happens is you buy it, and they send you the code and you type it into Steam and you get the game. And that's it. And you get them for a hell of a lot cheaper than the Steam market. Oh yeah, I guess that could be another thing. Computer games are always fucking cheaper. Yeah, that's another thing. Computer games are cheaper than Xbox. But anyway, if any of you guys are looking to get this game, make sure to use my link. I'm going to leave it in the description. It helps me out a shitload. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next video.